What's up, everyone? Back for another beer mail, and today I will be unboxing a beer mail courtesy of a good friend of mine and a viewer of the channel, Kenny. So an absolutely huge and gigantic thanks to Kenny for this beer mail. I believe he only sent me 2 beers. I know what one of them is, and the other one I know what brewery it's from, but I'm super excited, and you'll see momentarily because he hooked it up. So Kenny's been following the channel, I think for about 1.5 years, maybe 2 years. He lives in the Chicago area, and he drinks all the Hop Butcher beers, all the new releases, everything. And that's how I believe he found my channel. And him and I have been, talking back and forth, Untappd, in the comment section. And I can't believe he sent me this beer. There are so many just extremely generous people in the beer tubing world, but in the beer community, and I cannot thank you enough, Kenny. We're gonna get into this. Like I said, only 2 beers. I'm gonna throw this over here, and I'm going to try to dig out the beer that I know the brewery from, but not the other beer, because I want to show that one last, because that's what makes this beer mail. Anyway, let me strip. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this out, and he wrapped it in newspaper, all kinds of newspaper. So I believe this is the can beer that he told me he was going to send. And let's see. It is from Saint Errant Brewing, and they're out of Chicago. He told me they're a nano brewery, and this is their Falling or Flying, a double dry hopped IPA, dry hopped with Motueka, Sabro, and Citra. Sounds pretty damn delicious to me. 8.1%. They're out of Evanston, Illinois. I said Chicago. I don't know if Evanston is kind of like, in the Chicago area. And no canned on date, but I'll look. I'd imagine this is pretty fresh. I want to say I saw him maybe check this one in the last couple weeks. I think this is pretty fresh. Kenny drinks super fresh beer. Now, the star of the show, the main event, the grand finale. What do we got here? Well, we have a beer that I never thought I would pick up, because I don't track them down like a lot of other people, but it is Bourbon County Brand Stout, their proprietors 2021 release. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Kenny just contacted me. I told him, he made a comment on one of my videos that, he bought the Bourbon Counties and he can't wait to see my reviews. And I was like, I'm probably not going to review them until, later, maybe probably early 2022, like January or February. And he said he had proprietors. I was like, oh man, I'd love to try that. And he's like, well, if I get my hands on another one, I'll send it your way. He did. And that's what he did. It's unbelievable. So this is a stout aged in bourbon barrels with strawberry, coconut, and natural flavors. Where do they usually put the ABV? 12.8%. Bottled on October 13th of... bottled on October 13th, but good. They're saying until October 13th of 2023. So giving it a couple years. And strawberry, coconut, and vanilla. And I remember them saying they were kind of going for like a strawberry ice cream bar. I feel like these flavors, maybe not the coconut, but strawberry and vanilla in the base beer, you're kind of going for a Neapolitan like ice cream, or just Neapolitan in general. But this is so cool. I cannot wait to tear into this one. So, yeah, thank you, Kenny, dude. Like I'm going to probably send Kenny back, he said, he was like, Merry Christmas, Joe. You don't have to send anything back, blah, 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 the whole 9. And I was like, dude, come on. Like, I got to send something back. It's not going to be as good as this, I will tell you that right now, but I'm going to be sending him something back. So I love that they both have blue labels here. So the beer, the 2 beer mail just looks fantastic. So here's the thing about the Bourbon County. A lot of you have been asking, when are you going to review any Bourbon County stuff? I haven't seen any, blah, blah, blah. A good friend of mine, a fellow beer tuber, Kyle over at Ohio Beer Reviews, he's the Bourbon County guy in the group that I pretty much associate with, and he has reviewed pretty much everything from Bourbon County this year so far, almost everything, I believe. Maybe he's reviewed everything at this point. And I saw him get proprietor from Ross. Ross is a viewer of a lot of our channels, great dude, hooks Kyle up with all kinds of crazy Chicago beers. And I believe, like I said, Kyle's reviewed this one. I haven't checked out the review because I don't want to, spoil tasting notes. But I think in either January or February, one of the 2, I'm going to do a Bourbon County week, theme week. So I'm going to do all the Bourbon County beers I get this year. So right in my hands right now, I have the base, I have the Cherrywood, the Cola, this, and I believe Dan from FLX. I'm not going to hold him to this, but I think he said he had an extra 14 for me. So I'm going to review those 5. And then I'm going to review a couple variants from 2020 release. We'll see which ones I pick. But I think I'm going to do a Bourbon County week at some point in the next 2 months. So be on the lookout for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. With the open heart surgery, being on blood thinners, all that stuff, these beers are hard for me to take down. So it's one of those things where I have to make sure I'm sharing it with someone, or, corking it and throwing it back in the fridge. So we'll see, but that's the plan right now, and this will definitely be the finale of the week for sure. That's what I'm planning anyway. So thanks, Kenny. Thanks to everybody. Like I said, you're going to see, I don't know how many beer mails I have going on, but you're going to see so many beer mails in a 2-week period or so, and it's just absurd how much beer I have, and it's not a problem. It's a first world problem, but I cannot thank people out there enough for sending stuff like this my way, giving me stuff to review. I'm blown away. I really am. So thank you to Kenny. Thanks to everybody for the continued support. Be on the lookout for Bourbon County reviews, hopefully early next year. And yeah, not much more to say. So once again, thanks, Kenny. Thanks to everybody. Till the next one. Cheers.